Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I am the Custard Prophet. This is our FM24 main save with Wisla Krakow. We're into season number 6 here and we are trying to win the Polish top division. It's the start we had was fantastic, but unfortunately our winning run is over. But today we are playing in a really important game because it is the final qualifying match to get into the Conference League stage, so that's going to be good. We are playing old adversaries Antwerp, who last time we managed to get into Europe beat us, knocked us out at a slightly earlier stage, so we want revenge over this side. Right, so yes, so this is how things went previously. We lost against Piast, who were just behind us. This was frustrating because it was a tight match. Didn't really deserve to lose this, I didn't think. We were on the attack in the 84th minute and they got the ball off us, broke and scored. Delgado scored a cracking header and I thought maybe we're just about going to do it, but yeah, they scored a couple of goals from Koulibaly to pull back and get themselves to the win, and now we're in third, which is a little bit frustrating. So there's two teams above us, even though we have only lost one game. We've only dropped 3 points, so there's nothing in it. Legia, Warsaw and Piast ahead of us, but in today's episode we're playing Antwerp. We've got a game against Wisla Krakow in between, so hopefully we can get the 3 points there, and then we are home against Antwerp. We've had 2 very good victories in Europe so far against Vaduz and Maribor. Played very well in the away games, 2 4-0 victories. The home games not so great. So we're going away first up. We've also had a transfer. Let's have a look at that. So out of the club has gone Alexandro Acosta. We could not get this guy playing, so it felt like the right move to get rid of him. £1.1 million rising to £1.2 million. But we have already found someone to maybe replace him. We are going to Slask, a young Spaniard there. This guy isn't all about the finishing, but he is all about the pace. So I'm pretty excited to get him, and he is going to be a danger, I think. He's not getting lots of games for Slask, but I'm kind of excited to see when he is playing, he's scoring goals. So I think he is going to be a very, very good player. Looks like everything's in order to make the transfer happen as well, so that shouldn't take too much to get over the line. £1.6 million for him, hitting his release clause. Right folks, let's get into it. Let's play Antwerp. So team we're going with, Delgado and John Jules up top. On the left side is Carlos. On the right side at the minute it's Rubio, but that just feels like there is the big area where we're struggling to find the right player. Click and Poeta in the centre. We know what we're getting with Click. He's so important for us. Krasnowski, Ruiz, Bednarak and Rufo across the back line. Yeah, we've got a nice full bench that we can actually properly fill up actually. We'll bring Engval on, the youngster, as well, because he is someone who we might be able to develop on that right side. And who else should we bring in? We're going to put Oswazasek on the bench. He's not fit, but I think just to get him kind of involved in the squad, that seems a good idea. So he was the player that we signed for not a huge amount of money, but sort of a central midfielder player. Right, let's see what we can do here. I think Antwerp are going to be a tricky opposition. They're going to push us. They won 3-1 last time we went out to Austria, so let's see if we can better that result. Here's Rubio. Rufo with a header. He's such a danger. I feel like it's a whole area of attack that we have from free kicks when Rufo's on there. It makes such a difference. Just gives us that little bit more. Just another way, because from corners we were utterly useless, and then he comes in and he's like, wins every header. Here's Delgado, missed the opportunity, but Carlos, I mean, he was on it like a flash, wasn't he? On it like a flash. He was that's exactly what we want to see. We're 1-0 up in Austria, but look how Carlos reacted to this lovely little ball in from John Jules. Delgado, poor touch there, and Humphreys. It's just a great spot from Carlos. Van Bell not seeing what the danger, and he just nipped in there and picked it off him. So that's a great start. Right, 15 minutes on the clock. It's a very, very quiet game, really. Everything that we've seen has been from us, but they've had a couple of chances themselves by the look of it. Currently got the ball in the centre of the park. Ruiz, Click, John Jules. You can see what they were trying to do with that. You just worry that you'll give away an opportunity, but that's nicely done. Click brings so much here. A lovely little control there. Here's John Jules. It's 2-0. Oh, that's a finish and a half. It's games like this where you just desperately want the team to be incisive and take their chances in front of goal. But a lovely little touch from Click around the corner. And John Jules, wow. Wow. Doesn't score that many, but when he gets them, they're often very important. Right, corner here. Can Rufo get his head to it? He does. Causes chaos there. He's almost 2 metres tall, which is a help. Rufo doesn't quite get it there. Puerta, I think it was offside when the ball went out to him. Right then. That's not the best. I thought we'd picked it off. And Barry. Go on, Barry chuckle in the centre. Dubassin. And that's well out, but Carlos can't get there. He's done well just to block the chances there. And that is so disappointing from Rubio. I mocked Barry, and as always, the player you mock comes back and scores the goal. But really poor from Rubio here. Really, really poor. The ball in from Chair. And you've got to say, Rubio was in control of that situation, and he had his pocket picked by Barry. So we're at half-time. We definitely deserve, I feel, to be in the lead. They've had certainly a very good chance, which they scored. We had a very good chance, which we scored, and we scored another one. It's a tight match in terms of XG. I feel in terms of chances, we've had enough of the ball, certainly away from home, to make me quite pleased with our position. I think we deserve perhaps to certainly be ahead, I think. But we just got to keep an eye on this side, this Austrian side, because they could come back and they could absolutely score 2 goals in this second half and we lose it 3-2, which we don't want to do. Delgado out to Carlos, who's looked a danger today. Nice ball in from Carlos, too close to the goalkeeper though. And Castera, he's going to be looking for the Chair up top. Oh, no, I shouldn't laugh at him. Click. Come on, Delgado into Carlos. He's already put one ball in which didn't quite work. Here's another one. John Jules, Rubio. And John Jules puts it in. But are they saying that was offside? I think that's still a goal. That is, yeah, it still counts. Click. Carlos in. John Jules loses out there. And it just sort of bobbles out to him. And he was right place, right time. 3-1. Well, Rubio has come off. Ardenez is on. But here is Scott. Nobody at the edge of the area there. And Jonathan Dubassin with a lovely finish from the edge of the area. It was just should have had somebody on him. Really should. Too much space, too much time. And the goalkeeper, I mean, it was into the side of the net. It was a lovely finish. 3-2. We've lost the ball there. I certainly feel we've got a better side than when we went up against them last time. Because that was very, very soon after we got promoted, wasn't it? But, well done, goalkeeper. They're certainly coming back into this. I'm a little bit concerned about this. Just any sort of victory away from home would be excellent. It's nicely out from Click. And come on. Oh, we've done well there. We've just picked the ball off them and we come out. Here is Bednarak. We've taken Puerta off, but also Rufo is off as well. So we've lost that headed threat, but without Carlos having a good effort there. Still 3-2. Time is running out though. Another corner opportunity. Can someone get their head to it? Ruiz! Late run. Very nicely done. Ardenaz, he's not really been the player I thought he was going to be. But oh dear. Oh, we've managed to get away with that. The ball was everywhere. The ball's come out here. Around the corner. It's still a highlight. Click's got it now. Carlos is offering support. That's nicely done. Polman. Ardenaz. Oh, that might be such an important goal. Being 2 goals ahead feels so much better than just 1. Well, there we go. A 4-2 win at Antwerp, I think, really feels like a great result. I thought Antwerp certainly gave it a good go. They've got some good players here, but I think we did what we needed to do. Delgado, again, brilliant. Some of the substitutes we brought on, the likes of Pullman, Ardenaz has certainly made a difference. And Carlos having a good game as well. But you can see they created chances all the way through. The difference was we put our chances away. Right, just to let you know, we're going to be playing Wisla Krakow in a second, but that will be off camera. But we've just made the signing of Jose Maria, who will go straight into the squad for that game, I think. Very, very exciting to get him in the team. And looks absolutely superb, doesn't he? I think he's a great option. But the thing I really like about this, we could look to play him on the right side. He might be the guy, he might be that player that we needed on the right side. He looks super fast. Only 5 goals scored for Slask in 16 games. So you feel maybe what he offers is the pace that he has. And playing him as an inside forward might mean we get a little bit. He's not so good at crossing, so we might need to sort of think about how we utilise him on the right side. But yeah, that's the plan, I think, at least to give that a go. Anyway, folks, we're going to play this next game off camera, and then we'll come back for the second leg against Antwerp. Okay, we're back here. We got a great victory over Wisla Krakow in the last game. This was a lot more hard work than it needed to be. We actually saved a penalty late on. John Jules and Delgado scored. We were 1-0 down at one period in the match as well. But we had chance after chance. Should have had the game to bed a long time before we eventually did. So, yeah, pleased to get the victory. Just a little frustrated that we weren't able to do it in a little more convincing style, at least in terms of scoreline. But in the league, we sit now in second, just a point behind Legia. And we got a game against Rakov coming up, who are having a struggling season. And then we've got Corona, Cracovia and Vidzev. So some difficult games to come. But they're all a bit tricky, aren't they? But we're playing well so far. Let's go and play this game against Antwerp. So team that we're going to be going with is as follows. Delgado and John Jules lead the line. Carlos on the left, Ardenaz on the right, Click and Puerta in the centre with Krasnowski, Ruiz, Bednarak and Rufo across the back line. We've got Javi out injured at the minute, so that's made things a little bit more tricky. We've got some young bucks on the bench, and hopefully we'll get a chance to bring some of those on. Engval and Oksavek, who's I think are going to be a good player. Right, so here we go. The last few European ties, we've been pretty poor at home, but pretty solid away from home. And in all of them, we've scored 4 goals away from home and just 1 at home. So that's interesting. Hopefully we can get around that. But if they're on the attack early doors, Dubesin. Why would it be though that we're sort of struggling at home? We're not struggling at home in the league at all. There's a lovely ball over the top, and Dubesin, and the ball is in the back of the net. Just nothing from our defence. We just let them head that. I mean, it's a great ball out wide. This is a good ball, but didn't really stop the cross. Goalkeeper didn't react, and no one jumped with their striker. So God knows what that was all about. We're 1-0 down after, and we don't look like we've switched on yet. Rufo and Carlos almost levelled things up. Probably should have done. Right, 1-0 down, but we're a little frustrated with how to... that looks like it might be a penalty. Delgado looked like he was hacked down from behind. Looks like they're having a review of this. I think that must be a penalty. Yeah, penalty awarded. Who's taking it? It's the man himself, Delgado. Come on, this would be an important one. It's just about squeezed it in. He's scored so many goals this season. But actually getting into the main European competition is going to be really solid for us in terms of financial benefits, because you do get a good chunk of money every time you get points in this tournament. It's a few $100,000, I think. Right, click over the top. Ooh, he's not scored many free kicks so far this season. He's not that I'm expecting much of him, but last season he was just terribly dangerous in front of with a free kick. And there's a goal from Delgado. He scored 2 today, and we are looking really good against Antwerp. Looks like we might have an injury to our left back. Here's Bobek Ruiz. They're going to have to score 3 goals just to sort of level with us now. They're in all sorts of trouble. There's Krasnowski. I don't think he's going to finish he's probably not going to come out for the second half, in all fairness. Looks really tired. Rufo, what a brilliant bit of play that was from Rufo. And Delgado almost got his hat-trick. Well, in the end, we have decided to keep Krasnowski on. He sort of recovered a little bit during that second half, and he's having a good enough game. So Rubio and Garitano have come on just to replace some tiring legs, but I've not seen much from Antwerp, to be honest. Right, Garitano on the left side. Keys now come on to replace Bednarak. Here's Carlos, just playing the ball around really nicely. Rufo's on the right side, and John Jules fires it over the bar. Right, chance for them. We've actually taken Click off now. Got the youngster Dzezic on, who's got some interest from outside the country for him. He's potentially going to turn into something pretty good, but I just feel that this Austrian side are not, but Belgium side, what I'm talking about, are not going to score 3 goals in the next few minutes. So we can rest some of our team. Oh, and it's a mistake though. It's 2-2, and Bobek, he let that one sneak past him. Not the best, but it's absolutely fine. We go through that. We draw it. Probably deserved to get the victory. We were dominant throughout the match, and another really great result against a very, very solid side. So we are into the European Conference League, or the Europa Conference League proper, which is very exciting. Now, I don't know when that's drawn. So we get £2.5 million for that. That is great. So that's a huge thing. So let's see which teams that we are going to be playing. This is an interesting set of matches, actually. So first up, we're going to be playing Hammarby away in Sweden. Then Brann at home in Norway. Home against Trabzonspor, who look like the stronger of the teams. CSKA Sofia away there. Viborg at home. The Danish side, and then the Moldovan side, Sheriff Tiraspol. I don't really think that is the worst draw. Really, I think we can get points out of that. I think we absolutely can. So what we'll probably do is we'll play a few games and then we'll come back maybe for the first game against Hammarby, because that sounds like it's going to be a fun one. It will give us a good idea of how we're doing in the league as well, because we've got 3 what I consider quite tough games before that. So can we continue our good run? Are we going to be able to make the most of Rakov's poor form? Are we going to get the better of Corona, who always seem to do one over us? And can we beat our rivals Cracovia? All sorts of questions there. I mean, we could watch any of those games and they'd all be interesting. But I think our first foray into the Europa Conference League proper, I think we've got to come back for that game against Hammarby, haven't we? We're not going to do all of them, but I feel we could do quite well in this league. I feel we could qualify. We just need to end up in the top 24 places, and I think there are certainly 12 worse teams than us in that bunch of teams. And you're looking through that, I'm sure we will give a very, very good account of ourselves. Lech are also in there as well. I don't know if we can order it based on their rating or something. No, I don't think we can. Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit that like button. Please subscribe. If you are new to the channel, let me know in the comments, how do you think we're going to get on in the Europa Conference League proper? Are we going to qualify from this group and get some knockout football later on in the season? Fingers crossed we can. Right, folks, see you next time. Bye-bye.